Hello, yes, if you've not watched this channel before, where the hell have you been? I did a video the other day with this car. It was a head-to-head video between this and a 2008 Daihatsu Sirian. They're both cars we own as a family, and I have decided that we have to get rid of one of them. And if you watch that video, you get to the end of having tested them head-to-head and discover that this car won, yet lost. What's going on there? Right, well, the first thing I'm going to do is explain the reasoning behind my decision, because there were quite a few comments and I feel that I'm kind of better placed to answer those than the people in the comments. So basically, the situation is that this car has been serving me well for about a year and has been nicknamed Dump It. Dump It to me is a car, well, it's based on a car that was an actual car years and years ago, a little Saxo, which I never even saw. But you can dump it. You can ditch it, you can dump it, you don't care, right? You can leave it in a station car park, you can leave it in any back street, in any town, any neck of the woods. If you came out in the morning and some people had nicked it, you'd go, oh God, I've got to walk to work. And that's kind of what Dump It has to be. That is the philosophy of Dump It, the concept of Dump It. Well, this car really wasn't fulfilling that, because the car itself has been great, but I kind of like it a bit too much. I started to worry. Well, not worry. I didn't worry. That's pushing it. I didn't worry. But I would be annoyed if someone bumped it or banged into it and wrecked one of these original straight wings, which I've covered in undersill. I shall clean that off. I'd be pissed because it's original. That's a concern. We can't have that. I can't like it. It's been a fun car. It's been a great car for the year I've been using it. And it's done me very, very well and got me out of a hole. And I will be forever grateful to this car and to the person who gave it to me, basically. But I've made the decision that, for a couple of reasons, this is the car that leaves. Financially, the Daihatsu makes a lot more sense to keep. It only costs £35 a year to tax. Definitely don't really like that car. If anyone nicks that, we'd just be like, oh, God's sake. Now we're going to have to walk to work again. Yeah, this one is not, that car actually fulfills the whole dump it thing more than this one does. Also, that car is kind of on its last legs. It's basically got, I think it's got about a year. It's just gone through the MOT with the smoke screen that comes out the back. It's just gone through the MOT because the smoke doesn't actually appear unless you gun the throttle. If you just idle it or just bring the revs up slightly above idle to do the cat test, it doesn't do it. So, yeah, it does it if you... So, yeah, but realistically, that is a warning sign. That engine has a year left, I would say. And when that car expires, there's no cost. There's no, oh, we've got to spend money on the Daihatsu, and that's money we could have just spent taxing Dump It. No, the Daihatsu would just get driven to the scrapyard. It will just go to the breakers, to the bridge. It doesn't weigh much, but it will just, it's got a cat on it, it's got a battery. It will just go to the breakers, and no one will care. So, whereas with this, it's a bit different. I would care. I'd be annoyed. I feel a little bit, I don't know. You can't decide what happens with a car when you sell it. You can't determine what happens in its future. But I'd like to give it the chance to go to someone who's going to treat it as a kind of, oh no, I can't say, modern retro classic. It is quite old now. This is 23 years old, and I drove down the road. The day I decided that the Daihatsu was staying was actually quite a bit before we did the head-to-head video. And it happened when I drove down the road, right, and a bloke was walking down the street, and he saw the car, and he turned and looked as it went past. Probably thinking in his head, oh my God, look, a 106. Well, that's no good. That's no good. I can't. People are noticing. They're noticing the car. That means that this is beginning to make the crossover from Daily Banger to, oh, it's one of them. And I can't treat a car rough if it's, oh, one of them, because I like old cars. So I'm going to give Dump It the chance. I'm going to set it free and see where it lands. Basically, the car is now for sale. I'm placing the car up for sale at £975. Now, some people will hear that and go, oh my God, that's really cheap. Well, it is really, if you think about it. I mean, it's done 46,000 miles, mechanically needs nothing at all. It's MOT'd. I've just done the cam belt on it. I've just serviced it. It doesn't need anything. You could just drive it. for the MOT, and you could drive it until the MOT expires and not spend any money except fuel and tax, which incidentally is about £18 a month. Tax isn't massively expensive, it's just expensive compared to the Daihatsu. So as I say, some people are going to think that's cheap, but that's because you go on Facebook Marketplace and places like that and you see people trying to sell them at 1995 or 2995. Some joker dealer or something who's bought it for 50 quid off a granny and is trying to flip it for 3 grand. What's it actually selling for? It's not selling for 3 grand, is it? I think one day this will be worth more, but I think the value of it is somewhere between 900 and a grand. I think, to ask 4 figures for it, well, it hasn't cost me that. It's cost me about 975 quid over the time I've had it, basically, to do everything, including all the work I've done. So, and the thing is, it's not, I could hang out and try and get more for it. A, that's not the name of the game, but also B, wow, that bird was going fast. It's just going to mean there's going to be more people messing, more people kicking the tyres. I'm not about messes. I get narky with messes pretty quick because there are way too many out there who just ring you up and talk about the car without actually having any intention. They just enjoy the chase. They enjoy the process without actually going through and buying the car. And it's like, well, I'm not here for the process. This isn't a dry run. I'm actually selling it. So, yeah, and other people might think that's expensive. They might think, oh, what, for an old Peugeot? It's not, sort of thing. Well, have a look at what they're going for. I think it is worth about 975 quid, and this car has a lot of plus points about it. It's not perfect by any stretch. It will need work. If you want it to be pristine, it will need work, but it has got a lot of positive points. The biggest positive point I can give, other than the originality, which is great, is the floor. The floor on this car is almost like new. Like, it has the floor stiffeners, the kidney plates are all good, the sills don't have a speck on them. Rust, I'm talking about, because these things, oh my God, they rust. It's really good. It will probably end up as a track car one day, but yeah, from here to there, it's amazing. From here forward, there's no immediate issues, but it has had some welding in the inner wings, quelle surprise. I have put some underseal in this wheel arch here. I think this is going to be the first one that gives you any grief. I think maybe in a year or two's time, this one might need a little bit more with a sparkly stick. Nothing major, but I think somewhere. I'm just guessing. I think it will probably need it. There are bits where I'm looking at it going, oh, yeah, it's trying to go. So if you were trying to keep this car as some kind of show winner, then you'd probably deal with it all now. But yeah, it's basically had some MOT repairs. So it hasn't had restorative repairs where someone's cut the rust out, made a new panel and then welded it in. It's had MOT repairs where there's a hole and someone's gone over the top of it and plated it. So no immediate issues at the moment, but yeah, I think I'm just being upfront, I'm just being honest. The wings, the inner wings, I think they're going to be the thing that need the most attention first. I honestly believe, apart from the bubbling up here, there is a little bit of bubbling along there. Lacquer's gone on the roof because they do that. From here backwards, it's absurdly good, obscenely good. I don't know. I've not looked in the rear arches. Admittedly, I have had the rear wheels off to do the brakes recently, but I didn't look at the arches because I was tasked with doing the brakes. But the floor is where they always go. The sills, the floorboards there, the stiffeners. As I say, it's got the floor stiffeners either side. Most of these don't even have those anymore. They've been cut out. It's just really, really nice to see it. It's really good. And I probably am being a bit stupid letting it go, but I've got enough going on. I don't need it. All I need is a car that I can drive around and treat badly and not care about it. And that isn't this, because I've started to kind of care a little bit too much. I have done some work already, as I say. I've done the cam belt, which has cost me a lot of money. I bought a cam belt the other day for £14.10 off eBay. I was very pleased with that. That cam belt turned out to be the wrong cam belt, which I discovered last night at about 7:30, which was useful. Turns out this car has the later style cam belt, as fitted to, like, I don't know, Citroen C2, that kind of thing. The later version of the TU engine with 100 teeth and an automatic tensioner. That's annoying because the one I bought was £14.10. The one I had to buy this morning from a motor factor to get it here today, because today is a Friday, and if I didn't get it here today, it will be at least next week until I get another one. £56. They charged me 56 quid. I'll show you. I'll show you what it was. I'm still recording because I'm so angry. This is the old one. The new one's on the car. Are you ready? That's it. 56 quid. No. No. I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, well, are you sure they haven't charged you the part number for a kit, perhaps, and accidentally just sent you the belt? No, the kit was 107. So online, I would have got it for £14.10. This morning, from Motor Parts Direct, 56 quid for one of them. And do you want to know what the worst bit is? There's nothing wrong with it. This is the one that came off. Nothing wrong with it. Didn't need doing. Tensioner looks new. Anyway, so the new one's on. It's fitted. I haven't actually started the engine yet. The engine is midway through being done. I've put a different battery on the car because this one is the one that was on it, and it is bollocksed. No good. So that can go. I've basically just been going around the car looking for little things that need to be done on it before it goes. It's going to need a clean. I want to clean it because it's a bit grubby inside. That's the problem with this car. There's no content. I don't know what else to say. I'm kind of just stood here rambling. So as you say, I've done that. I've done an oil change. I've gone through the car. I have no issues with it. Mechanically, if you were to buy this car tomorrow, what would I tell you? I would point out that the brakes, for some reason, you know how if you leave a car parked up for like weeks, the brakes get a bit of surface rust on and they grind when you first apply them and it goes away. This car, it's about 3 days and they grind. I don't know why. I guess it's just the pads that it's got. There's loads of meat on the pads. The discs are fine. I mean, you could change them if you wanted, but if you change the discs and pads, it would stop doing it. But it never bothered me because it just did it, you know. First couple of times you used the brake and then it went away, but it came back so fast. I think this car has spent a lot of time in its life parked up. Other things to note, the indicator switch is a cheapo one, which doesn't always self-cancel. Yeah, I'm scraping the barrel here. And the other radio, I got given a radio very generously by Dean, the channel member Dean. I think it was a £5 radio he got, and it has expired. It just doesn't work properly, so it hasn't got a radio. I think it has got. I've got the original radio still, and I've got the code for it. So I can't remember if it worked or not. Can't remember. That will come with the car. Otherwise, there ain't much to it. It's very basic. No power steering, no electric windows, no central lock-in, no coolant gauge, no oil temperature gauge. It has got intermittent wipers. No fog lights. Well, it's got a fog light on the back. It's just basic motoring. 46,000 miles, as I say, and I went through the service history the other day and determined that the spark plugs, well, they probably have been done very recently, but in the paperwork, 17,000 miles they were done, but it's only done 46,000 now, so they're still not due. But I think it would have had them done in 2019, because in 2019 it appears this car had a new head gasket. I would be amazed if it actually needed it, to be honest with you. I suspect it probably had mayo in the rocker cover, because these engines collect mayo in the rocker cover if you only do short journeys or don't drive them very much, which is probably what happened. So that means it would have had a cam belt then. Annoyingly, I didn't check that. I'm dragging this on longer than I need to because I don't want to get rid of the car, but at the same time, there's not much car to sell. That's it. So it's pretty clean. As I say, roof lacquer, lacquer on the rear bumper. There may be one or two little dings, but you've seen it. You watch, there's loads of videos on this car. It's pretty good. It's pretty tidy. I would jump in, it's cliche, I would jump in this car now, quite happily, and drive to Scotland. I would trust that. That's what people say around here. I'll drive to Scotland in it, because Scotland is as far away as you can go from here without crossing the sea. But I would quite happily chant. I think it would be fine. No issue at all. I'd quite happily do that. Well, I wouldn't happily do it because it's not a great motorway car, but you know what I mean? I would do it. 975 English pounds, or a very close offer. And yeah, you could own this car, which went to Rustival last year. And what else has it done? When I did the 24-hour driving challenge thing last year, and we had all the other YouTubers out here, and they went off on their race. When the horn sounded, they took their leaflets, their envelopes with all the information that they had to do from the windscreen of Dump It. Yeah, any more info you need, I'll just email it to you. I don't know why I'm making a video about all this. But yes, Dump It is now for sale officially. That's why. It's basically going because I like it too much, and I want a car that I don't like because I hate myself and I want to punish myself in every way I can. Right, that's it. You can go now.